10K week! You guys know I'm a photographer, I'm definitely a shit poster, but you know, I'm something of a gamer myself. In fact, I largely consider video games to be the reason I got into photography in the first place. So in honor of that rich culture, that rich heritage, I decided today would be a fantastic day to celebrate my 5 favorite cameras in video games. This list is in no specific order, it's just for fun. And if it's not your sort of thing, that's fine, I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. But for now, let's just jump into it. The first game on my list is Pokemon Snap, and there's a reason for that. This is all part of storytelling. The year was 2000, I think, maybe? I don't know, it was a while ago. I got my hands on the Nintendo. That was basically me. And I had one game, Pokemon Snap. After playing the absolute shit out of it, I took an interest in my dad's film camera, and then eventually I got my own, and the rest was history. Pokemon Snap is a simple game. You're on rails, you ride through the levels, and you snap photos of Pokemon. Hence the name, get it? The level ends when you finish the course or you run out of film, and you get 60 shots, so I'm pretty curious what film he's using for that. You think he's shooting portrait? Let me know in the comments below what you think he's shooting. Anyway, when you're done, Professor Oak will rate your photos. Alright, you old you're a Pokemon professor. Your degree is in Pokemon, not fine arts, so suck it, dude. But again, it's not really teaching you photography necessarily. The game is full of secrets, like you can knock this Charmeleon into the volcano and then you'll see a Charizard. You can beat this poor Magikarp up so that it turns into a Gyarados. Wow, wait a second. Apparently you just need to slap the fuck out of creatures to get good photos of them. That's actually kind of horrible. Well, wait, you can lead Pikachu onto the surfboard and see surfing Pikachu. That's very wholesome. Oh no. 2020 has been quite a year, but who would have thought that my 2 favorite games of 2020 would have come out on the same day? That's right, Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing New Horizons. We're not going to talk about Doom though, because there's not really a photo mode in that game. They should work on that. Doing selfies with the Marauder, that'd be pretty nice. But Animal Crossing New Horizons has a beautiful camera in the game that I've been obsessed with right from the second I got it. The camera is simple, you're allowed to just zoom in and zoom out, put some filtered effects on there, like the little quartz date from old 35mm cameras. I'm obsessed with that and I put it on in almost every photo I take. And that's about it. It's all about the positioning of your character. Unfortunately though, the film filter does use a bit of a depth of field effect to it, and it do be missing focus pretty regularly, so I guess that's accurate to my life, but I prefer my screenshots to be in focus, so therefore I don't use that filter very often. The camera is pretty basic, but that's kind of the vibe of the whole game. It's just a very slow-paced, chill-out, you know, fun. It's like a hug, and that's why I like it. I've spent a lot of time just capturing moments of my villagers just doing random things. In fact, I even printed out a photo I took of my son Sherb and framed it, and it's just sitting in the apartment now. I am a proud father. One of the things I really love about the game is that the lighting is dynamic, so if you put someone near a window, you're going to get a different sort of light on them, or if you put them near a lamp, let's say. The only problem with the game is that you're very much at the mercy of the villagers. Like if you're trying to take a photo of someone under a tree, you kind of gotta wait for them to go sit under a tree. Which, if you're patient, cool, you know, I'm kinda not. But that's why they have Harv's Island, which I feel like among my friends, not enough of them take advantage of how cool this space is. Harv's Island is a photo studio, so you can set up scenes, you can put your villagers wherever you want them, move them, face them, make them do certain expressions, so the creative possibilities are really endless. I have seen some people on YouTube take full advantage of this and make some really impressive stuff. And if you think outside of the box a little bit and put green floor and green walls, you get a green screen, so I'll leave that possibility up to you, but I've certainly done some kooky things with that in the past. Hint, hint, go check out my other channel. But all in all, Animal Crossing is a great place to take some photos and relax. story behind No Man's Sky is such a long roller coaster. I was there day one, and to see where it is now is something. I love that my friends and I jump on it every now and again to explore and to vibe. If you are curious about the ups and downs that this game experienced, I'm gonna link Internet Historian's video about it below. He explains the entire thing far better than I could, and he is possibly one of the funniest people on the platform. Such a tremendously talented editor. Anyway, I love No Man's Sky, and I often jokingly refer to it as the space photography simulator, because the game has a pretty damn robust photo mode. The camera gives you so much control over your photo. You have filters, you can move around in 3D space, but more importantly, you can control the field of view, you can control the depth of field, you can even manipulate the weather, the fog density, the cloud cover, the position of the sun. In a weird way, this game is awesome practice for composition and seeing what the light can do to a scene. Plus, if I could go do astrophotography in real life and have a slider to control fog density and cloud cover,
that would be great.
In single player, it freezes time around you so that you have all the time in the world to compose your shot. In multiplayer, you still have access to it, but obviously it can't freeze everything because, you know, other people are there. Either way, No Man's Sky keeps me coming back for more, and I gotta tell you, the space photography is a big part of the reason why. Red Dead Redemption 2 is definitely one of my favorite games of the last decade. The story is unreal and the performances are top tier. It's definitely an achievement in gaming history. But that's not why we're here. Red Dead Redemption 2 has not one, but two photo modes. The first is an in-universe camera. You can take it out, you can go handheld, you can snap some photos. You can even take selfies, which is just hilarious making Arthur pose like that. Look at my little cowboy. But there's also a dedicated photo mode, and this photo mode is so interesting and so deep. Quick note here, some of this footage I'm showing you is from the PC version of the game, and it looks a little weak because my computer really doesn't love running the game. It's solid 30 FPS, really rough. But the dedicated photo mode gives you a ridiculous amount of control on the camera. Focus, different lenses, exposure, depth of field, fog, filters, you name it and you can probably mess with it. It's very deep and it allows for a ton of creative control. There's even a drunk filter, which of course homages the best mission in the game. Two little things that are kind of a bummer. You have to go through the Rockstar Social Club, which is just a slow and clunky thing, like just save it to my console, dude, or my hard drive, don't make me go through the extra step. And two, I'm kind of spoiled by No Man's Sky. I wish this mode would have allowed you to position the sun or change the time of day. That would have really made this the perfect photo mode in a game. Regardless, the photography in Red Dead Redemption 2 is fantastic. I think any photographer would really get a kick out of it. And my last gaming camera that I wanted to talk about is from none other than The Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker. Wind Waker is such a classic. I remember when it came out that so many of my friends hated it for its cartoony pastel style, but Wind Waker immediately melted a hole in my cold, unfeeling heart. Well, to be fair, when it came out I wasn't dead inside yet. I guess. But lasting trauma and existential dread aside, Wind Waker has a very interesting item. The Picto Box. You get it fairly early on in the game, and it's simple to use. Point, zoom, compose, and shoot. You get these fun black and white photos. But if you visit Lenzo, you can learn more about the art of photography. Ted Forbes, he has nothing on Lenzo. Sorry, Ted Forbes. Also, look at this, my boy do be rocking an RB67 over here. Lenzo sends you out on a few photography-oriented missions, which when I first got this game, my pea-brain could not handle that at all. It's only now at almost 31 that I can fully appreciate this side quest. After completing his side quest, you are worthy of the title of his photography assistant, and he gives you the Picto Box Deluxe, which adds a flash bulb, and it gives you color images. Very nice. In the Wii U remake, you can hold 12 photos, so I guess that's like a 6x7 negative? In the original, you only get 3, that's like, what, 6 by a million? Math. With the Picto Box Deluxe, you can capture Wind Waker in all its beauty. You can take selfies with the emo dude over here who seemingly hates my work. Wow, what's that about?
The fuck you say to me, you little shit!
And keep in mind, this is all a side quest. You don't have to do this, but for me, it's pretty damn cool. You can open up the Nintendo gallery, hand over your beloved photos to Karlov, and he'll make statues out of them in the vault. You do lose your photo in the process, but I mean, come on, how cool is this? I never bothered to go through and collect all of them, but I kind of feel compelled to do it now. Apparently, you get one last statue of Link sailing, which is pretty damn cool. On top of that, Karlov leaves to seek new inspiration, leaving Link to be the master of the gallery. So, I don't know, maybe I'll do that, and if I do, I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed a look into video game photography. Let me know what your favorite games to take photos in. I know there's a ton, like the Spider-Man game on PlayStation 4 was really cool, GTA 5 has a cool camera mode, and of course before we head on out of here, we got another feature, and of course the theme of this one was video game photography. And I gotta give this one to the legend himself, Sneaky, one of the mods from the Discord. This image just kind of melts my brain, and though I've never really played Minecraft, I definitely appreciate the depth. I'm sure that took a while to put together. Alright, you guys know what to do. Smash that subscribe button, hit me on the socials, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Like and subscribe to Sweet Lou Photography. You're the man.